Everyone knows about the horrible and painful clone contingency order known as Order 66. It turned clone troopers against the Jedi generals that they had served alongside at countless battles across the Clone Wars. But did you know there was actually one order even more horrific and disgraceful than Order 66? This order was known as Order 37 and was so horrible that if Palpatine had used it during his time as Supreme Chancellor, he would likely have been removed from office. So hit that subscribe button and let's break down the horrors of Order 37 and why it was only ever executed twice. So the Grand Army of the Republic had a total of 150 clone contingency orders that could be activated by various top officials for different types of events and emergencies. So far, only about 5 or 6 of these have actually been explained in canon, and some were much worse than others. As an example of a very mild one is Order 4. Order 4 stated that in the event of the Supreme Chancellor being incapacitated, the command of the Grand Army of the Republic shall be placed in the hands of the Vice Chair of the Senate. Very simple one, and it basically meant that full control of the clone army would be transferred to Mas Amedda if Palpatine happened to be gravely injured or died. On the other hand, you have the more extreme orders like Order 65, which stated that in the event that either the majority of the Senate declares that the Supreme Chancellor is unfit to issue orders, or the Republic Security Council declares him unfit to issue orders, commanders in the Grand Army of the Republic shall be authorized to detain the Supreme Chancellor, with lethal force if necessary. At that point, the command of the Grand Army would then fall to the acting Chancellor until someone else was appointed. So as you can see, if the Senate or the Republic Security Council discovered that Palpatine was actually a traitor playing both sides of the war, they could have declared him unfit to rule. At that point, the Jedi would have the full legal right to kill Palpatine if they deemed it necessary. And this is why the Jedi attempting to arrest Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith was considered treasonous, because they had not gone through the proper processes. But despite all of this, there was an order on the books that was horrifically worse than Order 66. This order, named Order 37, gave the right of the clone commanders of the Republic to perform a mass arrest of a population in order to detain a single wanted fugitive. If this fugitive escaped to a remote planet and hid among a town or community there, Order 37 gave the clones the right to execute the entire population of that town or community until they handed the fugitive over. On top of all of this, Order 37 gave instructions on how to properly dispose of all of the bodies left behind on a planet after the order was executed. It also required all communications on that planet to be jammed to prevent information about the executions escaping into the wider galaxy. To make things even worse, Order 37 directed clone commanders to not release the bodies of fallen victims to their families. Instead, they were to be burned and the ashes scattered immediately. Absolutely horrifying. All HoloNet communications on the given planet were also to be shut down on the morning of the order and had to remain offline for an entire month. This was to ensure that the Supreme Commander of the Republic Army, aka the Chancellor, had full and direct control over all information coming in and out of the planet. No documents or recordings of the events were ever allowed to leave the planet, and proof of the civilian deaths must be strictly classified and never released to the public. So was this order actually ever executed? Well, sadly yes. Around a year after the formation of the new Galactic Empire, Palpatine used Order 37 to force the population of the planet Balassa to hand over an Order 66 survivor who they suspected was there. The order was actually extremely effective, and it forced the survivor to come out of hiding to escape the planet. Order 37 was then used one more time on the planet Rosha, some months later, and a huge part of the population was taken hostage. Palpatine did this to hunt down the members of the local resistance on the planet who deeply opposed the creation of the Empire. So that is the horrifying reality of Order 37. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.